Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Gonna go ahead and go through an example of the problems from today. So the topic for today, I'm clicking on the slides, is just about graphing lines, so graphing linear equations. So looking at this example problem right here on this slide, we have y equals 1/2 x minus 3. So we need to know two things, right, to be able to graph a line. We need to know the slope and we need to know the y-intercept. So looking at this equation, we know that the slope is right here, the number in front of the x, right? So 1/2. So my slope is 1/2. I'm going to write that in here for the table. And then the y-intercept, we can see the y-intercept is the number that's all by itself, and that's a minus 3. So that means the y-intercept is -3. Okay? So what that means now is we're going to graph this line. So a couple ways we can do it. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the marker tool. I'm going to use the same tools y'all have. So one thing we could do is we could just use the line tool. So I'm going to take my mouse up here, watch my mouse. I'm going to choose line. Okay. Now I'm going to start at the y-intercept, which is -3. So I find -3 on the y-axis. Okay. I'm going to click, but I'm not going to let it up yet. And then slope is 1/2. So I would go up 1/2. Okay. So I've got a line there. I'm going to go up here and sort of change the thickness and the color so that you can see it a little bit better. And so I'm going to move myself up here. Now we've got a line, but that's not really a good line yet, right? So what we can do is we can take that mouse tool and we can extend it further. So we can go now up 1/2 again, up 1/2 again. So now the line's a little bit longer. Let me go backwards and do the same thing. Let me go down 1, back 2, down 1, back 2, down 1, back 2, right? So now I have this line, and I've got my linear function where my slope is -3 right here. I'm going to circle it. Or sorry, y-intercept is -3, right? And then we see the slope of up 1/2, up 1/2, up 1/2. So we see the slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of -3. And that's all we're doing, is we're just graphing these lines today. So hopefully this helps. Miss you guys. All right. Good luck. Let me know if you have questions.